Hello and welcome to Election Night Live. Today's date is November the 4th, 2025, and we're talking about the municipal elections in West Hartford. I'm Pat Kazikoff, and I'm your moderator for this evening. After our studio show, we'll be going to headquarters at the Democratic headquarters on South Street, and also Ocho Cafe for the Republicans. Know that at 8 o'clock the polls close. We'll be tabulating the absentee votes, the early votes, and the votes from today. So, hello and welcome.
Thank you.
So on my right, I have from the Democratic Party, I have Michael Kroll, and on my left, I have Chris Williams from the Republican Party. And you know, Chris, the last time you were here, you had been on town council for quite a few years, and I said to you, so you're not in town council, what are you planning on doing? And you said, I plan on having dinner with my wife and coaching my son in baseball. How's the baseball career?
It's going well. So I'm coaching my son in baseball, and I've coached my daughter in basketball. I've had dinner with my wife a good amount, so it's good to see you tonight, Pat.
Very, very good. So do we have a future? I recall that University of Hartford, they were looking for a new coach in basketball. Would that be something that would interest you?
Not quite at that level. But
not quite.
No, not quite.
But we don't know
I'm good with fifth graders.
When we don't know what the future will bring.
Right.
And Michael Kroll, the last time that you were here, I recall also that you had run for probate judge, and it didn't happen then. But I'm also noticing that a lot of people, when the elections, when it doesn't happen, they keep running over and over again. So tell me what's in your future. Is probate judge in your future?
I don't know, Pat. For right now, I'm really focusing, like I said last time, on my probate practice. That's all I do is 100% probate. And I'm trying to be the best probate lawyer I can be. I'm trying to represent people who wouldn't have a voice, people who don't have money, who can't afford it. That happens a lot. I do a lot of pro bono work, and just really focusing on trying to be the best probate attorney I can be.
Well, I'm not hearing a great answer to my question. So perhaps in your future, you will run for probate. Would that be something that you might consider?
Never take it off the table, Pat. But the future's the future, and right now I really want to focus on my practice and focus on the local elections
So
tonight.
we're going to leave it at that.
Thank you.
So elections are they're known to be they say all politics is local. And part of our reason for being here is to get to see what people want to do. And also part of the civics lesson is why people vote. So let's take a look at the package of why people vote.
For me, it's very important to come to vote, not only for me, but for my kids. That's why I bring my kids today, and I always, in election day, bring my kids, because it's the way that we can show our voice and elect the people that is working for us.
It's how we determine what we can have done in the city, what we can have done in our region, our area, and it's important to at least say, I tried to have something I wanted done, or I think it is important for our community, and that's why it's important to vote. I'm excited to be part of this election.
I came 20 years ago, and now I'm part of the West Hartford community. You know, feel like I'm really a part of this community. You know what I mean? Especially for these days.
It's important to vote because your representation really makes a difference. We want a community, and what makes a community is great leadership, great participation from the residents of that community, and it leads to West Hartford being a wonderful town.
Local elections are so important, and they impact your everyday lives. It's your traffic, your trash pickup, your taxes. All of those things are determined by municipal elections. Everybody should go vote.
Good. Did you vote? Did we vote? What did we do with the circles?
We filled them in all the way.
All the way? Perfect. Had to fully mark all the circles. Do you know who we were voting for today? Town Council and Board of Ed. Board of Education helps to oversee your schools.
Yeah.
Do you guys go to school?
Yeah.
Great.
What school?
Smithsonian School.
That's right.
Perfect.
So we just picked some good leaders to help oversee your school.
It's our opportunity to let the governing people know how we feel about certain things. And I feel we should be responsible enough to care about what's going on in the world today by expressing ourselves.
Well, if you can die for your country, you can vote for your country. And that's important. Exercise your vote.
Everybody's always complaining, and you don't know who to complain to, but by voting, that's one way to use your voice to state who you'd like to see representing you, what the issues are. Remember, all things start local.
It's the first time I voted this year, and I am feeling privileged that I can vote. And I think it's very important, especially now at these times, to put your vote in.
Municipal elections are really important, and in fact, I myself didn't even know that until a few years ago, because I had actually never voted in a municipal election. But now I have really come around to see that all of the things that happen in our day-to-day lives, a lot of them are at the local level. And we need to really get out there and vote, because things like taxes, safety in our streets, the development, all of these things affect everybody day to day, and we should have a say, so everybody should come out and vote.
The way things are going in the country right now, I think that it's very important for every single person to stand up and take a stance and make a vote and try to make things better in the town and our city in which they live. And they can't complain if they don't vote.
Back in 1776, when we were fighting this war against kings, and it's just so important to come out and voice your opinion, and you really get to do it, and it's fair and it's legal. And I think it's the right thing to do to voice your opinion on who's running our government.
It's our chance to express our opinion about the direction of our town, and we want to pick the best leaders possible, so voting is the method that we have to do it.
It's important to vote because you will be able to try to vote for who you think will be good for the world, the environment,
your community, your neighborhood. It's great to have somebody that represents us and our values and all of our concerns that we have, and so we're really excited to vote. At this point, we're actually supporting people who are working the polls, so we had to drop off some lunch, but any way that we can be involved in the process, not only are we involved, but we encourage others to be involved regardless of party. So
yeah.
Government, it's kind of interesting that the local election tends to have much less impact than the presidential election every 4 years, and it's important that people come out for the local, and it's good to see people doing that because they realize that there are local issues that impact them and their quality of life on a daily basis.
Well, I mean, I have to admit, I was watching that and I was a little verklempt. You know, I was just, I don't know, it just spoke to me so much. I mean, West Hartford, according to U.S. News and World Report, is the 19th best place to live in America, and I think that that video said it all. What do you think?
I agree 100%. Voting is so important, and hearing so many people realize that the local means so much to vote here. It controls what happens in our town. One person mentioned it tells the elected officials what we want. It speaks. So he's seen more and more people show up each year is wonderful. I'm interested to see what the numbers are this year. I think more people are interested in the local elections than in the past. And again, I just love the answers from all the people about how important it is to get out and vote. That is the most important thing today.
Yeah, no, it was, I don't know, it was just so touching. where the parents were with their kids and they're teaching their kids like the civic lesson. I don't know, I was very moved by it. Could be because there was so much music around it, and all the different types of people in West Hartford. I mean, it's just so motivating.
Growing up in West Hartford, voting here my whole life, today I got to go back and vote in my own elementary school where they used to do the voting when I was a child. And back then we had bake sales. And it was just so much fun to be back in the school and remembering the years I was there and just being part of it. And we always had practice, mock elections. I mean, West Hartford had always been very good about trying to educate people how valuable your vote is.
Well, you know, they have that, there's that saying, an old saying, village charm meets city style. It's an old slogan, but I think you're speaking to that city charm and to that slogan. And is it wanting to make you go back to town council work?
Well, it's interesting that you bring up that point, because I think that's one of the central issues in this particular election cycle, which is, what is West Hartford's identity moving forward? We do have a nice community, wonderful community, and it certainly has a city feel to it as well, but it's also a place where a lot of people live. And so with the development we've seen in recent years, we want to maintain West Hartford and the quality of life for folks, but the challenge is, how do we do that with all the development that's going on and the traffic and things that come with those issues?
Well, you know, you're talking about the Republicans want to preserve the way of life, but at the same time, the Democrats...
We want to keep being progressive. We want to keep West Hartford growing. And I'll go back to what I said before, living here my whole life, West Hartford has always been one of the places to be in Connecticut. And now with the report, number 19 in the country, it's one of the places to be in the country now. And as much as I do like a lot of the stuff I grew up with, I was thinking the other day, when I graduated high school, what stores are still in West Hartford Center, Bishop's Corner, and it's almost a complete changeover. But when we look at it now, it's a better place. We've grown, and we've grown responsibly, and we have our challenges here and there. Anyone, when you're growing well, but overall, I think the thing that says the most important thing about West Hartford is we're still the place to be. We're still the place everybody wants to move to. And when you go real estate shopping and you're in Avon looking at a house, the first thing the real estate agent says is, and you're only 10 minutes from West Hartford Center. This is where everybody wants to be. This is where a lot of people are moving from the cities that now can work remotely. So whatever we're doing now has been working, and we have to keep trying to make it work and continue to make us the best. Technically, I believe we're the biggest town in the country at this point.
Well, we have about 63,000 residents in West Hartford, and both of you are both speaking to the issues. We're dancing around it, but this is about the issues, about keeping West Hartford, city charm versus progressive versus non-progressive versus building. So let's take a look at what people in West Hartford think that the issues are.
As a lifelong resident of West Hartford and a mother, obviously the quality of life here in town, and that includes things like our school systems, safety, and making sure that we have an economy that can support the citizens that live here.
I pay money to the town of West Hartford, and I want to make sure that it's spent in a way that is reflective of our values. And that is extremely important, and that we support people who are less fortunate than us, and that we are the kind of town that we can be proud of.
In town, we have a lot of building going on. We have apartments going up, okay? We have perhaps a lot of poor people who seem to be kind of invisible, okay? And I'm hoping that our town will take care of them, you know, with food programs and SNAP and stuff like that.
Well, although I don't have children, I mean, I think certainly investing in our educational infrastructure is probably the #1 priority. You know, taxes are high here, so increasing our tax base with further smart commercial development, I think, is also a priority. Yeah, and then I would say public safety would be probably third on my list.
That we are able to elect officials for good schools, for our traffic patterns that they're setting up for safety. So many free institutions are having their funds taken away. And I think it's important that we be able to set up some kind of plan to make up for that. We want to be able to provide for the people who live in our community, and particularly the young families and the young people who are going to be here for a while. I also think it's important to take care of the people in my age group.
I think the important issues here are taxes and big government, and is the fact that our property taxes here in West Hartford have gone up 10% in the last 2 years, and some of the residents have had enough.
Continue to have, strong, well-funded schools.
Well, right now, because it's in the news all the time, I think the food issues, I think education, I think the infrastructure changes they're making are good, and I've lived here almost 40 years, and I think it's a good community and well run.
The civic services, keeping the roads in good repair, the schools.
Town taxes, to education for our children. My kid growing up, I'm hoping that she'll be doing bigger and better things than I do.
I'd say safety, affordability, and just general town feel.
Here in West Hartford, I think it's important that we continue to have services for our children, especially those with special needs.
Economy, housing, very important.
Maintaining our streets, keeping our schools top-notch.
Well, I think taxes are always important. The school system is important, even though my children are all grown, but they grew up here.
Education, special education services, and equity.
How our town is run, is it fiscally responsible? Traffic safety, and the importance of our school system.
Well, just good schools and safety and low taxes is great.
Having a great school system is one of the most important things. Now that I'm retired, I have no problem paying my taxes knowing that that money is going to help other kids get good educations here in town.
Well, okay, we've heard quite a few issues, some new issues that we haven't heard in the past. So let's start talking about the safety issues, the traffic and the safety issues. Michael, do you have a statement?
I don't think anybody on either side would disagree. We have, like many communities, we have a problem with traffic, with speeding, with people going through red lights, with people driving with unregistered cars. This is a problem, and right now the town is working on trying to come up with different solutions, and they're making a very good effort, and a lot of the concepts are working very well, and they're slowing traffic down. You have to get used to new traffic patterns. That's something, we're not used to having some of these patterns, but in reality, I travel North Main Street, North and South Main, or North Main Street a lot, and I do see a big difference in that traffic pattern. I feel a lot safer on that street.
Well, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing bollards, I'm seeing speed bumps, I'm seeing roundabouts, and I assume that's what local government is putting in because it's a lot of money being spent. What about you, Chris? What are you thinking about this traffic situation?
So there's a few things. I mean, with the traffic situation and volume, I think it dovetails with the development, because what happens when a developer comes in is, as part of the application process, there's always a traffic study about how much it will impact the local streets in terms of volume. But it's based on just that additional development. It doesn't account for development upon development upon development. It's just a one-off. And what I think we've had in recent years with all the development is collectively it's caused an increase in congestion. And yes, some of the measures we've taken have been good. Others, sort of famously and recently, like the traffic circle on Trout Brook, have not really hit the mark. So it's a balance moving forward, but it's a big issue, and I think it dovetails with the development issue as well.
Well, if you're talking about the development issue, I mean, that really dovetails into all these affordable housing. I mean, that's basically what you're alluding to, the affordable housing. So let's go into that issue about having all these new developments. There's quite a few in town. I mean, the most obvious one that's already done is the Camelot, which is all affordable, 44 units, I think. Talk to me about affordable housing.
So I think we're in a little bit of a spiral because with the town, every year the budget goes up. And rather than, I think, address the spending side, the town has looked to the revenue side. What they've done is go to developers with the idea that in the future that will cause revenues, increase revenues with the property tax side. But we can't ever kind of catch up, and so every household has increased taxes every year. The average, at least when I was on the council, the average home is paying 5 figures in terms of taxes when it goes to the home and the vehicle. So it's a really, really tough issue.
Well, somebody mentioned that the taxes were up 10%, and that's basically based on the grand list. Is it not?
Yes, I don't know about that 10% number over
Right,
the
that's
last
what
2
I'm
years,
asking about.
but it goes up every year. And so does the school budget. We have declining enrollment with the schools. So there's a lot of revenue issues, and the projections are exponential if we keep on the road that we're on. So it is a balance. There's no easy issue, but I don't think we can tax our way out of it.
Well, so I think there is a law, you correct me if I'm wrong, that 10%, all of Connecticut, 10% in each community has to be affordable housing.
So
how would you tackle that?
So I don't, there's a difference. There's a little A affordable, then there's a big A affordable. I like traditional, try to keep the taxes level, the budget level, so that people can afford their homes. Then there's the affordable, which is a subsidy program. I'm not as familiar with the 10% requirement. Maybe
I
Michael
don't know
can.
if that's a fact or not.
Yeah.
I'm not questioning, I just don't know that.
I'm pretty sure about that, that there has to be 10% of 10% of all the residences have to be affordable housing. And there's about 63,000 residents in West Hartford. I might be wrong on those numbers because I see different numbers all the time, but it's in the 60,000 range. So 10% of that would be that you have to have 600 units that would be affordable. And that's what the current administration, the Democrats, are working towards.
We definitely are working towards having affordable housing, both in subsidized as well as a lot of these new developments that are being built. We'll have a portion of them that'll be a more affordable rate. But you have to remember, over the last 10 years, we didn't do much development in West Hartford. So although a lot is happening very quickly over the last few years, when you go back over the last 10 or 15 years, we were more stagnant with development. So when you look over the long haul, it's pretty much a nice little curve, a nice little line going up. But yes, we are trying to make sure that we keep West Hartford affordable. The taxes, it's very easy to say, it's sometimes we can look for new revenue. That's one way of doing it. Cutting's harder, because what do you cut? Do you cut the education? We heard that most of the people, that was one of the most common things is education. Even one of the...
All right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sorry.
So what I'm hearing from you about this affordable housing, that we are now Mark Street, they're on Trout Brook, there's 172 apartments in that development on Trout Brook, which was the former Children's Museum. And what I'm hearing from you is that you're advocating for single-family homes.
Well, I think you can do both. I think our focus should be on single-family homes. That's what built West Hartford, and that's really the vast majority of our residents. I think it's important that those folks have consistency because their salaries aren't going up, at the same rate that the taxes are. And then with the developments, the concern I have is, number one, the affordable units are based on, as we discussed earlier, the median income,
Right.
which in West Hartford can be high. So it's not really targeting those in need. Some folks referenced that during the video and what have you. So it is a delicate issue, and I think a slower pace in terms of developing would be better for the town. And I do think we have to look at the spending side of things. That is hard, but that's why we elect our leaders, to make hard decisions for us.
Right. So these affordable housing, you are right, they're based on, they call it the AMI, average median income, and some of the places you can rent if you get 80%, if your income is 80%, or if your income is 60%, and all the different places have different rates. But you are correct, they're still high.
Mm-hmm.
But what would be a way, right now, all the revenue comes, it all comes from the grand list, from the properties. What would be another place to get revenue?
Well, that's the difficult thing. Revenue is based on property taxes. And to change that, you'd have to look at the General Assembly in Hartford to change that. So that's why I think the focus has to be, and Michael is right, it's difficult, is the spending side of issues. And that's hopefully what our leaders will look at following this election.
Great. What are you thinking?
What I just walked back into, I do agree. We have to look at ways to cut corners, and we have to work on both sides of the party to come up with ways to cut corners, because nobody wants their program cut. But we are going to have to make, I do believe that we have to do responsible cutting. We have to try and raise the revenue as well.
So how we talk about raising revenue, and you just talked about it has to go to the General Assembly to come up with a new equation.
Well, think of this. When our police officers write a speeding ticket and you pay the speeding ticket in West Hartford, that goes to the state. So that's just one example. Our town clerk can tell you all sorts of fees that we charge in our town clerk's office that go to Hartford, even though they're incurred in our clerk's office. We can't. There's no way for us to have any of the revenue that our businesses have here by virtue of a sales tax. All of our wonderful restaurants and what have you that go to our town, they all go to Hartford. That's sort of what I'm referencing.
So we're talking here, what you're talking about is a governance and an infrastructure issue.
Yeah, I think the way that our framework is designed, it's pretty limited. We have vehicle property taxes and residential property taxes. There are some other small sources of revenue, but it's very limited in terms of tax base for municipalities like West Hartford in Connecticut.
Well, I do know that you have a new tax revenue source with the cannabis, with the legalization of cannabis, that West Hartford can charge. I think it's up to 3% taxes for. That's what they're telling me.
Don't get me started. I'm not pro cannabis.
No,
I'm going to tell you.
No, but it's here. But it's here.
It's here.
There's no question. Across the street from Stop and Shop, you have Fine Fettle. It's there.
And we go back to safety. And while I may support the cannabis shops and people having the right to choose it, we have to be responsible in West Hartford and make the road safe and make this a community that people can enjoy being in. And it's a balance, and it's going to take time for this to work. It's working in other cities and towns, and we're learning, and we're trying to work towards it.
It's a very balanced approach, to have. What are the other issues that you heard from that people were interested in? Taxes?
I heard safety was huge. I heard that multiple times. I heard taxes, of course, that came up. Taking care of people, especially with today's times. That was something that people addressed, was taking care of people in today's world. One person talked about, the programs that were ending or ended on Saturday, this past Saturday.
Well, I think we've sort of come to, people love West Hartford. Can we both agree on that?
Yeah.
I think Chris and I would definitely agree that this is a great place, and there's a reason why we're here.
Right. U.S. World Report is one report that says, you know, we're 19th, we're the 19th best place to live. But there's, when you know, you walk on the street and you talk to people, they love being here. And even you saw on the video, someone said, I'm so happy to be here. I've been here for 20 years and it's just so great. And another person said they were honored that they had an opportunity to vote. So any closing remarks that you'd like to?
No, I just want to thank you as always for having me on here. Thanking Chris, I very much enjoy having Chris on the other side. What people don't see is that we have conversations before and after, and we really can work together, I think. I think that's the biggest thing. The message I would send out to Town Council and to the Board of Education is we are one community. We all want to have the best community possible. Can we work together to make an even better community?
Very nice statement.
That's very
Chris,
nice.
yeah.
Pat, thanks again. You're so well prepared. Did a great job hosting. Michael, I always enjoy our conversations. We should get together in between these annual get-togethers. But yeah, West Hartford's a wonderful place. Congratulations to the candidates for running. Putting your name on a ballot is something no one can ever take away from you. You stood up, you made your case. So congratulations on putting yourself out there, and I hope you enjoy your evening.
And maybe you'll be on the ballot, maybe. Maybe. Besides the baseball career.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't know. We don't know. So stay tuned, everybody. Keep on. We'll be on location. We'll be on location at Democratic headquarters and on South Street, and also Republican at Ocho Cafe. And there'll be ongoing coverage at West Hartford Community Interactive. So stay with us. You'll also get the numbers. They will be coming in, and we'll be posting them the whole evening. So thank you very much, Michael. Thank you very much, Chris. And I'm Pat Kazikoff, and thank you, West Hartford and West Hartford Community Interactive.
I believe we're ready. West Hartford, we're getting our chat on here, right here at Democratic headquarters on election night. Hello, sir, how are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Do you mind reminding the folks of your name, please?
Sure. Jason Gagnon, run for the West Hartford Board of Ed.
Awesome, and you're running for re-election, I understand.
I am running for re-election.
Awesome, awesome. How was your last go-round on the Board of Ed? What did you feel about that?
It's great. It's really important work. You feel, I think some people say it's thankless work. I feel very grateful to be doing it.
Sure. It's public service at its greatest, right? At its core, right?
I think that's right.
Yeah. So, imagining things go your way tonight, what do you see for the future of West Hartford in terms of the education system? I know we already have a pretty robust system. We already have really great schools. What do you see for the future for WEHA?
Yeah. So, as you pointed out, a lot of what we do is build on that really great legacy that we have. Keep it moving forward. Look at what's next on the horizon. So, if it's AI or if it's having one of the first in the nation programs, AP programs on cybersecurity. I think we're always at the forefront of that, always wanting to do that. And it's continuing to recover from COVID. Make sure our math scores are back up higher than they were before COVID. The reading scores are bouncing back as well. So, there's a lot of that to be proud of and to say, hey, there's still a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. I myself, I'll let you know, I work at Hall High School. I've been in the West Hartford public school system.
Thank you for what you do.
Thank you. Well, it's like you say, it feels, sometimes people say it's thankless work. I also am grateful for the position that I've been afforded and what I can do for the town of WEHA. And so I see on the ground level of what's going on in the schools, and the children are happy, the families are overall very happy with what's going on. Do you see any growth in terms of, you say AP classes and things like AI? That's saying, I work in Hall High School, and I noticed there's a rubric that they've placed behind my desk for different interactions with AI that they expect of students. And a passing grade on that rubric includes using AI to bounce ideas off of, to edit your work, to kind of and get new creative ideas. But I saw what I found interesting was a failure on that rubric not only was using AI to plagiarize things, but a failure on that rubric is no use of AI whatsoever.
That's right.
So how do you feel about that?
I look forward. I know that you guys had a professional development day. Actually, the teachers did today on AI. Yeah. So I look forward to hearing what comes from that. But it's absolutely right. It's the future, right? So it's not something we want to shy away from. But they're guardrails, right? We don't want it to replace the student's ability to critically think. But at the same time, we want them to be trained to use it, to know how to interact with it, so that they're prepared for the workforce of the future.
Yeah. The ability to spot AI and know how to use it, know what you're looking at, know how to interpret what you're seeing and what you're taking in is very important, right?
That's right.
Equipping our children for the future, what we're facing.
Yeah, and I think the other side of that is also being able to take in information and realize where it's coming from and how to be discerning consumers of information. I think is really critical to that.
Yes, I love that. I love that so much. And WEHA is usually at the forefront of things like this. So I'm so glad to see it. I wish you the best, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks for what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, running for Board of Ed, Jason Gagnon right here for you. WEHA, stay with us. We got a couple more interviews coming up in just a couple of minutes. Stay right there. Don't go anywhere. We're coming right back. Thank you. Who's Hey, WEHA, I told you we were coming right back. Here we are. We're right back. Chris Prentice here, representing WHCI. It's election night, and right next to me we have Miss
Deb Poland.
And she's running for, representing WHCI. It's election night, and right now, and she's running for
Town Council.
Town Council. I hope you cast your vote already because the polls have closed. Yeah? Polls have officially closed.
I did vote.
You voted.
Yeah, did you vote?
I did vote. I did vote. Everybody should have. I hope you did, WEHA. Deb Poulin, how do you feel about the future of WEHA? You've already been on Town Council. You're running for re-election. What do you think about the future of WEHA? What are you looking forward to?
I think we are well positioned. We have a very smart, experienced, fiscally responsible Town Council right now, and we have for the last several years strong leadership. And we have some new things being built. We have a lot lot of natural spaces being enhanced in town, new people moving in. People want to come to West Hartford, whether they want to live here or just visit. And I think our town is really well positioned for the future.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that. You know, I go around, I do a lot of different work for West Hartford Community Interactive, and I'm at different spots for different events around town. Like you say, there's a lot of diversity of activities happening. We were looking out for the building of, we're doing the restoration of LaSalle right now, and Farmington in the near future over in the town center. We were at Walcott Park a few weeks ago. We put in a pollinator garden over there. I was there. You were there.
Beautiful space in the children's forest there.
We had the EV showcase, and I learned that we have 14 solar arrays around town. That's something I didn't know.
We're using a lot of the school roofs for solar as well as town hall.
Yeah, so it looks like you're saying we're pretty well positioned for the future of energy use and energy gathering. Do you see anything in the future for West Hartford as far as going even greener? Is there any plans for that? Do you know?
Well, I know all the developments that have been approved include some green spaces. So, for example, the Yukon property, the side that has all the buildings on it and the ponds, the plan is to extend the Troutbrook Trail through there. So a lot of the new spaces will have green components to them, and I'm really excited that it's not just about the buildings, but about really improving the space and making places for people to gather.
Making places for people. And a lot of new homes are being built, I've noticed. A lot of different apartment buildings, affordable housing is coming into Weehaw.
A lot of diversity of housing.
A lot of diversity.
We don't have a lot of townhouses. We're going to be having townhouses now.
Okay.
We're building affordable housing, as you mentioned, on the north end of town, on the south end of town. Basically everywhere where we can fit affordable housing, we're trying to make it a more welcoming community for people to come and set up here and stay here for as long as they'd like.
Awesome. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you so much for taking the time out to chat with us. Hey, I hope you cast your vote already. Once again, the polls have closed. I hope you really did it. We need, our local elections are very, very important. We see what's going on all across the world and across the nation. It's really important to keep your feet on the ground and keep your head straight on your shoulders and vote for your local elected officials.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Steph Poulin. Weehaw. We're going to grab somebody else in just a second. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're coming right back. I see my cameraman. He's wrangling my next interview. But again, so excited on this evening. It's election night. The energy is high. The room is popping. People are starting to filter in. And just to my left, we got election results. It looks like a spreadsheet. There are no totals listed quite yet. But as the night goes on, we'll start seeing numbers filter in. And it looks like we've got another. Hello. How you doing? I'm great. How's it going? I'm great. My name's Chris Prentice. We're with Chris. Yes. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Chris. Lisa Lazarus. Yes.
For town council.
I am. Yeah.
We're WHCI here streaming live right now, letting folks know we're here in the room, Democrats headquarters here on election night.
Hi.
So, are you running for town council? Is this re-election for you?
No, this is my first campaign, my first election. Hoping for a successful result.
How's it been? How was the campaign trail?
It was an experience. It was very educational. My favorite part was talking to residents, hearing their joys and pains about West Hartford, meeting them. I enjoyed that the most.
Sure.
It was great.
Forming connections with the people.
Exactly. What it's all about, connection and community.
So let's say things go your way tonight. Yeah, right. Let's say things go your way tonight. What do you plan to bring to town council?
Well, I hope that I bring a perspective that is fresh, energized. My experience in real estate, entrepreneurship, small business, of course. I'm hoping to bring that to the table. I'm also a mindfulness practitioner. I teach yoga and work as a coach with other people. So I'm trauma informed. So I hope that I am bringing that to the table when considering policy and votes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I'm a yoga teacher as well.
You are?
I just came from West Hartford Yoga. Yeah, West Hartford Yoga, right around the corner from here. Yeah.
Yoga is important. Mindfulness is important.
Mindfulness is important.
Emotional regulation helps you make good decisions.
Staying grounded, staying calm.
Grounded.
Yes, I love
in
it.
Reality.
Yes, that's a wonderful thing.
I love that.
That's a wonderful thing. So let's say things go your way. How do you see the future of West Hartford? Let's say five or so years from now. What do you think for the future of West Hartford?
I really enjoy. I like the track that West Hartford is on right now. I mean, we are a AAA bond rated town.
Yeah.
I mean, how many towns in West Hartford can say that?
I mean, kind of none.
Kind of none.
Just us.
Right. So we're a high performing town. That means it's being well managed fiscally. I hope that continues. I love that we are a walkable town and people can go to great places to eat, work, play. Let's keep that going. And obviously, like I said, I'm a former small business owner. I would love to see small businesses thriving in West Hartford. I love, the places like Hall's. It's mom and pop, Quaker Diner. Exactly, one of one. That's what I love about West Hartford. Those are
the uniqueness, the flavors that are just only here. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much for taking a moment to speak with us.
Thank you for talking to me.
It's a big night. Lisa Lazarus, everyone, I hope you already cast your vote. The polls have closed officially. The results are rolling in now, aren't they? Yeah.
Exciting.
We're excited.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you so much.
Okay, good.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, we're here, Democratic headquarters. We got another one walking up right now. My cameraman is hard at work. He's sending them in right on the conveyor belt. They roll right on up. How's it going, sir? Mr. Ben Winograd?
That's right.
That's right. Running for town council, yeah?
Yep.
All right. Nice to meet you officially. I've seen your face on TV. It's like I'm meeting a celebrity right now.
I saw you the other day at the what do you call it? The block party we had.
Yeah. We were there. WHM.
Had a lot.
Yeah. It's been a busy week. It's been a good week.
Good.
I'm sure it's been pretty busy for you this
week. Little bit.
A little bit, huh? How you feeling about tonight? What's the energy like?
Good. I mean, today was cold.
Yeah.
But great reaction, for people coming up.
Sure.
And more importantly, we, did a lot of doors. I mean, I knocked 1 million doors this year.
Yeah.
And really got great feedback from people.
Okay. And you're running for re-election, am I correct?
Yes. I've been on for 10 years.
Okay. All right. So long-standing member of the town council. Okay. I love that. What do you feel like you would bring if things go your way tonight? What do you feel like you're bringing back to town council or bringing new to town council that you haven't brought before?
I don't know about anything new. But listen, I mean, things are really tough around the country.
Yeah,
we know that.
You're not kidding.
And I think that, we need to, we focus on local issues, but you have to have the broader perspective.
Sure.
And see what's going on, around the world. We have our own little bubble.
Right.
It's nice.
Yeah.
We want to preserve that, but we also have to, be alert to what's going on out there. And I think that's something we all have to focus on.
For sure. I've heard the phrase that local politics is the last line of defense.
Right.
Have you heard this phrase before?
Yeah.
Do you agree? Do you disagree? How do you feel about that?
I mean, listen, certainly, things are going to happen here, right? We've already seen the loss of, funding for road projects.
Sure.
Right? There's a big project out in Naugatuck that was going to do a great bike lane out there.
Yeah.
And DOT National rejected it by saying it was hostile to cars.
Okay.
Which sort of, bizarre in a lot of ways. We obviously have ICE raids happening in our area.
Yeah.
We obviously have just a growth of really intolerance, right?
Okay.
And so we need to be a model. We need to be a model that we're not standing up for that.
West Hartford's setting the tone.
That we set a different tone.
Yeah.
And as we set that different tone, we're winning. Like, we're a successful place that embraces diversity.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
That believes in equity. That is inclusive, right? And while we're doing all that stuff, it isn't hurting us. It's making us better. We're stronger economically, right? We're stronger socially. Things that get done, not despite those things, but because of it. And I think that example we can set is really helpful for our state and for our country.
I love that. Let's look down the road about, let's say, 5 years.
Yep.
What do you see for the future of WEHA?
I think things are gonna. I think we're set up well for whatever happens to the economy. Right? Okay. I think we're certainly doing great now, but I think we're building up some reserve for that. So if things get tougher, if we have another recession, which I think is quite possible, I think we're better set up for that than a lot of places are.
Sure.
We have fantastic leadership, in terms of our officials. Not talking about us elected, but in terms of we've hired great people.
Sure.
And I think they're ready. we got through COVID really well.
Indeed,
right?
yes,
And it was a crisis, and it was unanticipated, but we got through it. And I think we're set up to do that again if we have problems. Listen, I'd rather everything goes great, and we'll be able to continue to have really good growth.
It's nice to be prepared.
Grow a grand list, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think we're prepared either way.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so we're successfully prepared for anything that might come down the pike here in Weehawken.
I think we really are.
You think so? Okay, I love it. I thank you so much for giving us a moment of your time.
And thank you for all your work.
Absolutely, absolutely. Right back at you.
Great job.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Winograd. Thank you, sir. Hey, Weehaw. The room is full. The room is full of bigwigs. It's full of officials. We got a lot of elected officials coming in. Oh, my goodness. Here she comes right now. The current mayor. Hello. Good to see you once again.
Good to see you.
Yes, good to see you.
How's it going?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Long day. Starts early.
It's a busy day.
It's kind of late, but it's all good.
Well, the polls have closed.
They have closed.
It's been a long day, but we're reaching the end of it.
It was a beautiful day. We were lucky with the weather.
By the way, Sherry Cantor, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
You know who she is. Running for re-election, Miss Sherry Cantor. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
And you were saying the energy today it's been busy but good.
That's right.
Yeah.
Steady flow. Some feedback, but most people just really friendly and happy to be out to vote, to actually do their civic duty and feeling like they're weighing in and making a difference at a time that is really tumultuous and really trying for a lot of people. So I have my daughter-in-law's mother runs a food pantry in Rochester, New York, and she was on the local news with the line out the door she said this is a completely unaverage day because now people don't have food, so there's a lot weighing on all of us, I think, and so it's
tumultuous time. That's a great way to put it. I mean, no one really knows exactly what to expect. Here in Weehawken, I know I'm a Weehawken resident. I feel pretty secure. I feel pretty safe. I feel pretty happy here.
You should.
Can you let me know, what is that attributable to? Is that just due to great planning? Is it due to leadership? What decision making? 10 years ago, or what are we like?
Yeah, we are standing on the shoulders of people that did so many great decisions in the past. Some not so great, but most really, really great decisions. And so we're building on that. And I think the last 20 years, the last 10 years, West Hartford's just become stronger. When were we ranked 19th in the country?
That's incredible.
Best place to live.
Yeah.
And #1 in Connecticut?
Yeah.
That's not by accident.
Yeah.
That's intentional work to make sure that we are doing forward-thinking strategic planning and making sure that we are doing the right kind of development, making sure that we're making the right kind of financial decisions that will put us in a better position in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the road, and not take shortcuts and gimmicks and do things that are just going to be a benefit for a very short term.
Right.
So, and I'm
long-term thinking.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Long-term thinking is what we're doing here in Weehawken. I love that. So, say things go your way tonight, right?
Yeah.
Polls, right? What are you looking forward to for this next term?
So I'm first of all, it's building on the great success that we've had, making sure that we are committed to public safety throughout our community. Vision Zero has been a real commitment to make sure that nobody on our street is killed or seriously injured, and that is going to take some work, right?
Yeah.
We are working towards speed cameras, working towards red light cameras, and making those changes, infrastructure changes, and the education component of it. So really important. The commitment to education, making sure our students are succeeding for today, tomorrow, and the future. So we're doing the things that we need to do to make sure our students, again, are successful. We're supporting our teachers. This is very difficult times for students, and as post-COVID especially, but there's so much coming at them. AI, making sure that they are prepared to handle the bumps and all the uncertainty in the future. So, and then of course making sure that we are investing in our future infrastructure and making sure that we are planning and building on the great programming that we have, and that a family, we are attracting the families that are coming from New York and Boston and want a vibrant community, and with, that has walkable sidewalks and centers and all of that. And we hear that all the time, that was people that say, oh, I came from Boston, this was the only community I was looking at, or in New York, the same thing.
Sure, yeah. I hear that a lot myself, actually. People say, oh, I I lived in this city, I lived in that town, I lived in that state, I moved to Weha, and then I felt at home.
Yeah.
You know, I hear that quite a lot, and I think it's due to a lot of good planning, and like you're saying, a lot of good effort, a lot of good leadership. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yes, and thank you for taking the time to speak with us tonight.
Of course.
Big night tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Weha, stay with us. We got a couple more interviews coming our way. Thank you very much for taking a moment to speak with us.
course.
It's
Thank
good to
you
see
for
you
being
again.
here.
Yes. We're still here. The Democratic headquarters. I think we got more folks coming up. But interviews all night here. We're having a good time. Let's see who's coming up next. Someone's making their way through the crowd, and we'll chat with them as they make their way up. Great voter turnout today. That's fantastic. Hello.
Awesome.
How's it going?
I'm next.
I guess you are next.
Yeah.
He's next,
Surprise.
You're running for town council.
I am.
Yes. Remind the folks of your name, please.
It is Barry Walters.
This is Barry Walters, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you cast your vote already. The polls are closed.
Yeah, it's too late.
And Barry Walters would like you to have casted your vote for him.
Oh, well, and for my colleagues.
And for the colleagues.
The other five of us, yes.
How do you feel today? How's the energy for you today?
I feel good.
Yeah?
I feel good, yeah. I always save the nervousness to the last minute,
Sure.
so now I'm nervous.
Sure, yeah, it's no need in
Today
getting
was
nervous
great.
while you're in the middle of it, right? Yeah, you can save the nerves for now. That's awesome. Okay, so are you running for re-election, correct? Yes,
Second
you are.
term.
Second term. How was the first go-round?
Good.
Yeah?
Very good. Yeah. It's getting your feet wet and kind of learning what's going on, and you have to do it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to go for a second term.
That's awesome. I'm glad we didn't scare you off here in Weha.
No. I've been here since 1999. I would have run.
You would have known already.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's say things go your way tonight. How do you feel about the future? What do you feel like you're going to bring to town or bring back to town council?
Well, you know what? It's I don't know about bringing back. It's all about moving forward.
Okay.
So we're always going to incorporate our history. We're going to incorporate the things that make West Hartford great into whatever we're going to be in the future. And it's not just what I want. It's what our entire community wants. And it's important to work with our community and make sure that the picture of what we want is a community picture, and everybody had their input on putting it together. So, I think we've got a lot going for West Hartford, and I think we're great now. We'll, whatever challenges are thrown our way, we're gonna take it, and we're gonna try to make lemonade out of some of the lemons, and make diamonds out of the rest.
Hey, I'm down for that. Yeah, I love me some lemonade, and diamonds ain't bad either, right?
I mean, who wouldn't, I guess.
So let's say things go your way tonight. In the future, let's say the 5-year picture, 5-year plan. What do you see? What do you see for Weha?
What do I see for Weha? That's a good question. So my vision for Weha is that we have a community that is as welcoming or more welcoming than it is today for everyone.
Sure.
I'm hoping that our affordable housing keeps going because it just keeps getting better and better. And I'm somebody who's for truly affordable housing. So, that under 80% of the area median income is an area that we really have to work on. And West Hartford is actually one of the few in the state that is doing the work on that. So we just got to keep going on that, and as far as finances, we're doing great with our finances. Taxes, we have some work to do on our taxes and trying to keep them from going up too much. But a lot of that is cost, so we have to figure out cost containment. And some of that we have control over, a lot of it we don't. So it's just a matter of how do we mitigate that. So, even with that, I think we are well positioned to be every bit as successful, if not more so, in 5 years from now. I think we're great now. I think we'll be better then.
Only good things on the horizon for WeHa. I love that. I love that. I think we are pretty well positioned. I think we, I feel good being a WeHa resident. I walk into the streets and I'm like, I feel safe. The streets are clean. The streets are nice. The schools are nice. The people are nice. It's just nice to be here. So.
Well, and we have a great town staff, and we have an innovative town staff, and great schools, and what that means as far as the innovation is, we have people who are always looking for ways to improve or save money, or improve and save money at the same time. In our schools, that's an important area that we just have to keep well funded and fight for at the state level, which is going to take, that's where the work will be, I think. So, but yeah, we're good, and I think we'll be better.
So there's work ahead, but we're ready. We're ready for it. I love that. Thank you so much for taking a moment to speak with us. Hey, WeHa, stay with us. We got more interviews coming up. Thank you very much, Barry. I love you. Who else is in the room? Who else wants it? Let's see. Who else is around to speak to?
Hi, I'm Pat Kazikoff, and I'm here at Ocho Cafe. It's the Republican headquarters this evening for, I guess, the end of the election campaign. And I'm here speaking to Miriam Blake. She is the first time on the docket of the Republican Party for Board of Ed, but she ran unopposed, which means that she is in. How do you feel?
I feel very excited, grateful for the opportunity, and I'm ready to hit the ground running.
So you started out, one of your big policies was for special ed. Did that resonate with people?
Yes, I hope so, and I certainly look forward to hearing from the community about their concerns and their hopes, and it certainly is a very important priority for me as well.
Right. Anything else that you'd like to see get done? After all, you're on the Board of Ed, it's your first time, you have a lot of energy, you have a lot of spirit, so what else is in your future?
Thank you so much. I'm really excited and really hope that we can all work together on the board to ensure curriculum transparency for parent-informed education and also to really hone in on the budget.
Anything else for last words?
Thank you very much, and I'm really excited to hit the ground running. Thank you.
We've been speaking to Miriam Blake, and she ran unopposed for the Republican Party for Board of Ed, and she's a winner. I'm Pat Kazikoff, and you've been watching WHCI.
Got one more minute.
Hey, West Hartford, how's it going? We're back. Chris Prentice here representing WHCI. It's election night, November 4th, 2025. I hope you cast your vote. The polls are closed. The results are rolling in right now, and we're getting some interviews from some bigwigs, some town bigwigs here. How's it going, sir? How are you?
Going well, thank you. Glad you're doing this.
I'm glad to be here. Do you want to remind the people who you are? They should know.
Once upon a time, I was a mayor, a state senator, a lieutenant governor, and a few other things.
Oh.
Kevin Sullivan.
Many hats. Many hats.
Many hats.
Yeah. But your name one more time?
Kevin Sullivan.
This is Kevin Sullivan, ladies and gentlemen. He's worn many hats. He's served the people in many capacities. How do you feel today?
I'm happy that we look like we're going to have a well over 35% turnout, which doesn't sound great, but it is great.
It is great when we're talking about election night.
And it's this is really politics at its most basic and its most important at the local level.
This level of election.
You know that.
Yeah, local elections are very important.
Very important.
Yes.
And I think it also, we're waiting to see if it's something of a referendum on the Trump regime as well. And I suspect it will be. But we've had a great slate. We had a great team. They worked very hard. It's a very cold day. I was out there at 6 a.m. this morning.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Up with the sun, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. Getting the sleeves rolled up and down to business on election day.
A lot of important races around the state, not just ours, but this West Hartford is now the second highest Democratic turnout community in the entire state.
Okay.
Stanford's the only one that does more for Democrats than we do. So people watch this town. They're
paying attention. There's the well-informed citizenry here in Weha.
Good.
Yeah. I love it. Thank you so much for giving us a moment of your time. Let's see. We're checking out those results as they roll in right now, Weha. We're keeping our eyes on what's going on. The polls closed only about a half an hour ago, and so the results are just starting to come in. And as we were just hearing, it's been a pretty high voter turnout this time around. 35%, again, doesn't sound like a lot, but when we're talking about local elections, or talking about any elections, that kind of turnout that's the people raising their voices. That's a large turnout. We had a lot of early voting as well this year, I noticed. So stay with us as we clock these results. They're rolling in right now. Stay with us. We got the hottest info right off the presses for you. WHCI bringing you that info. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't done that, that's a great move, not just for election night, but for just in general. We bring you all the good stuff here in Weha, all the high school sports. If you need to see graduation, or if you've got family out of town and they need to see little Johnny graduate from Hall or from Conard, Weha we'll bring that to you right here. WHCI is happy to do that for you. Don't forget.
I'm here with Alberto Cortez, and Alberto is the incumbent for the Republican Party. And what do you think is going to happen today?
It's definitely going to be a tight race. You know, these elections, it's voter turnout, right? Municipals are kind of light, so it's like, who's going to show up to the polls, right? And it's the first time in a long time that we have a full slate of candidates. We have 6 candidates, so even if the base came out to vote, those numbers are going to be tight. So it's anybody's game right now at this point.
Did you change anything about what you were selling this time round? Because the first time when you got on the town council, it was you were the only person who got on. So did you change something about your campaign this time?
So this time, the focus was, the Republican base and trying to get them to come out and vote. And then, so that's what we hope to see those numbers is, did we get enough of the Republican base to come out and vote? So that was the strategy this time around. It's definitely a challenge with the stuff that's going on nationally, and how do you separate local politics from national politics? So, so we'll see. The numbers will tell. So
do you think that the national politics will affect this municipal election?
Definitely it will. And the question is how, and it comes down to that voter turnout. Did we get enough people, or are people just kind of comfortable with that status quo?
Well, congratulations, Alberto. I hope you get in again. It's a very, very big achievement. And any last words you'd like to tell the public?
I just want to thank everybody for trusting me over the past few years. It's been an honor to be able to serve on the town council. It's an honor being the first Latino elected to the town council. So it's in itself is huge. And either way, I wake up a winner tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And family, so they can be a part of all the fun and all the excitement that we love to bring you.
No. I said they might not know.
Town council, yes? Town council. Ladies and gentlemen, here she is. Polls are closed. I hope you cast your vote. How do you feel today?
Tired.
I'll bet. How was the energy overall? Did you visit any polling places today?
Yes, I went to most of them. It was good.
Yeah.
Turnout was pretty good.
Turnout was good. I'm hearing that. I'm hearing we had a nice high turnout today, and then also with early voting, a lot of folks cast their vote early as well.
Like 8% of the vote was early voting.
That's pretty impressive. That's pretty good. People are paying attention. People are watching what's going on and they're responding, yeah?
Yeah.
How do you feel if it's, let's say, are you running for re-election?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. How was your first go-round?
It was good.
Yeah?
It was good, yeah.
Anything you didn't expect? Any twists or turns? Anything crazy? Anything you learned?
No.
Yeah?
No.
You were ready. You came in the gates ready.
Yeah, I've been working on campaigns for 20 years, so it was just a switch to be the candidate, not
Sure.
the person.
It's the same thing, just a different capacity. Yeah. I hear you. Okay. So, how do you feel about let's say things go your way tonight. How do you feel about your next term on town council? What do you feel like you'll bring? What do you want to bring?
Just compassion, leadership.
Sure.
The country's going through a lot right now, and people need us to stand up and be leaders and speak out.
Yes. Leadership. We raise our voices for those who can. Yeah. I love that. What has been your favorite part of being a part of town council?
I guess getting to represent the people and try to be a voice for people who sometimes feel like they don't have a voice.
Sure. What's the best way for a person, if they feel like their voice is being silenced, they're being squelched, what's the best way for someone to get their message out? For a citizen of West Hartford, if they want to raise their voice about an issue, if they want to bring an issue to someone's attention, if they want to action on something that's happening in town or maybe not happening in town, what's the best way for a person to go about that?
Reach out to one of the counselors.
Okay.
And barring that, vote.
Vote. Today's an important day. Yeah. This is when you make your voice heard on election day. Okay. I love that so much. Thank you so much. I'm pulling for you. I hope everything goes well. It looks like the numbers are rolling in right now, and we had a big high turnout. We'll see where we land in a few moments. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Really appreciate you.
Thank you.
That's that. I think we've seen everyone. I think we've seen pretty much everyone, at least for the town council side. We'll see if we get some more Board of Ed interviews coming in. But we really appreciate all of our elected officials for the hard work they're putting in and taking time to come and speak with us here at WHCI. You know?
I'm here with Gail Harris, and Gail Harris was on the Board of Education, and this year she's running for town council. So what are you thinking of?
I think I'm running for town council. Things going on in town and address some of those issues, including road safety, dense overdevelopment.
You did quite a good job on the Board of Ed. You were elected once to the Board of Ed. Sorry about that. Once to the Board of I'm here with Gail Harris. She was on the Board of Education in the last election, and this year she's going for town council. So, Gail, what are you thinking?
Oh, Thanks, Pat. I'm thinking that we need to address some issues in town. I had a good 4 years on the Board of Ed, and now I'm looking forward to be on the Town Council, where we need to look at some of the issues plaguing the town, including road safety, dense overdevelopment, fatal motor vehicle accidents. These are things that I think the Town Council needs to look at in the next few years.
Any particular reason why you switched from Board of Ed to Town Council?
I think I had a good run on the Board of Ed. I think that I can make a bigger impact right now on the Town Council. I think having the experience of being on the Board of Ed really will help on Town Council, because as you know, a large part of our budget on Town Council is the schools, and if you understand the budget of the schools, you can work better on the budget of Town Council.
Well, I know that you did a great job on the Board of Ed, and I know that the numbers aren't in, but it's looking pretty good for Gail Harris, and I'm wishing you the best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm Pat Kazikoff. You're watching WHCI.
Jen. Yes.
Welcome.
Sucks. You got to keep it light. You got to keep it fun.
YouTube, guys.
We're streaming live on YouTube right now.
Hi.
Check it out. We're on WHCI.
Right now. You're famous.
Wave to the folks.
Wave.
Anything you want to say to your friends from school or anything? Just
I don't know.
We don't know.
Your mom's awesome.
Oh, I was a 6'7".
6'7", yeah.
Fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. You want to remind the folks who we're speaking with? I'm sorry? What channel is going to be? This is WHCI on YouTube. You can find it for the rest of history. It'll be up on YouTube.
Fantastic.
WHCI.
Okay.
How you doing tonight?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. It's a busy.
You're here.
I'm glad to be here. It's a busy day for you guys today, huh?
It is a very busy day, but very exciting.
Very, very exciting. Do you want to remind the folks?
Oh, you're writing it down?
It's WHCI. You guys at home can write it down too. WHCI on YouTube. Yep. And you can hit the subscribe button, and you guys can hit the subscribe button and be a part of all the goodness here. Hit that subscribe button. Anyone can watch it. We have content for everybody. It's on both.
All right, can you let him ask me a question now, Angel?
Thank you. I think I shall. Did you visit any polling places today?
Yes, I was at my polling place at Bristow.
Okay. How was the energy there?
It was great. I always get excited on election day, so I don't know if it's me or the actual day, but I thought it was great energy, and it seemed like a lot of people were out to vote, which I love to see.
Yeah. I'm hearing it. It's been a pretty high turnout today, and early voting also very high turnout for that as well.
Yes,
so it seems
early voting absolutely helps.
It seems like people are showing up in force, and they're making their voices heard today.
I hope so.
Yeah. So you're running for Board of Ed. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
you're correct.
Did we officially state your name?
We did it, but there's a lot going on here.
It's a busy night.
Yes.
Let's let the folks know who we're talking to.
Sure. I'm Jennifer Hers, and I am running for Board of Ed in West Hartford.
Jennifer Hers, running for Board of Ed in West Hartford. So, is this your first time around? Are you trying to get on?
This is my first time running, yes.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
It is exciting.
What spurred you to that action?
A lot. We're going to find it. Don't worry. Here. Can you go out this way?
A dedicated new fan for WHCI. I love it.
Official social media manager.
And
so, takes it seriously.
She's all over it. I love it.
Yeah. So what caused me to run is really what's happening nationally. I mean, I've always been involved with community service and being involved with my local town and giving back. And I have 3 kids and, full-time job and, otherwise busy, but I just feel like this moment we all have to step up and make sure our communities have the support they need, and most importantly, people who can't stand up and talk for themselves for whatever reason, that they have someone else to give them a voice and have. And I'm being beckoned away.
She's being beckoned away. It's a busy. She's a candidate now, you guys.
Big time.
Thank you so much for that quickie interview.
Yes.
Maybe we'll stop by and talk to you a little bit.
I appreciate it.
All the candidates have been summoned away because it's an important night for the candidates. As the results pour in, they have things to discuss coming up. Hey, how's it going? I'm great. What's going on? How can I help you? What do you want to do with me? We can do an interview. Yeah, sure. Let the people know your name.
My name is Ayesha, and I'm a long-time resident of West Hartford.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. And you're here at the Democratic headquarters.
Yes.
I imagine that means you tend to vote Democratic, or?
Very strongly.
Very strongly.
My family and everybody.
Everyone in your family.
Yes, because Democrat work for the families. So
They works for your family. That's why you guys.
I mean in the general for the whole West Hartford families.
Okay.
And they one thing that we all like, they do a lot for the education.
Sure. Okay.
So that's one of the major thing, and all the municipal work are very much up to the point.
Okay. Okay.
That helps, and they think more about the public, general public, common public. So that's one of the.
They think about the common people. They think about the general public. They think about education. They think about how the town functions and works for everyone.
Yes.
Okay. And that's what draws you to vote blue.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
And
okay.
mainly they put quite a bit attention on the schooling system.
Yes.
Schooling.
Yes.
So that
and we show it. We can see that's been working out. West Hartford has consistently high scoring schools. Yeah.
In that. So my all niece, nephew, and my kids all went to the schools here, and it helps.
Yeah. So you're a happy West Hartford resident because of the leadership that we've had here. Yeah.
Happy came. Especially, I'm proud to say that because of main person Sherry Cantor.
Yes. Okay. You're a fan of Mayor Cantor.
Yes.
Yeah. What has she done in recently that you resonates with you, or has helped your family, or can you point to anything?
Mostly a lot for the common person. I don't want to say lower common person welfare, for their welfare, and she listened everybody. She listened everybody, and she I see that she pay quite a bit attention on the education system.
Sure.
So that's because education is the main pillar of the community.
Exactly.
Once you have the good education, you have most of the thing positive. Negatives goes very down. So that helps, and you can see that that's why a lot of people from all over the state and outside the state, they like to come West Hartford because of good education and kind of peaceful atmosphere.
It's a peaceful, welcoming community. We invest in our education. We invest in our town. We invest in our people. And you're happy. You're a happy resident of West Hartford.
And the council listen to the common people.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by. Just a regular old Weehaw resident here to raise his voice and let everyone know.
I'm in the town committee also.
You're also in the town committee.
From the Democrat side.
Fantastic.
Yeah. 3rd district.
Oh, awesome.
With Kevin Sullivan.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for taking a moment to see us.
What's your name?
My name is Chris Prentice. Yes, it's good to talk with you. Thank you so much for taking a moment to do that.
I'm a great person.
Hey, Weehaw. Guess what? This room is full of people who are ready to raise their voices here on election night. As the results continue to pour in, we're starting to see how this election is shaping up. We'll see by the end of the night what has happened, what has transpired. But for the moment,
West Hartford TV.
This is on WHCI. We're streaming live right now on West Hartford TV, WHCI on YouTube. Folks, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You can be a part of this every time. Give us a second, and we'll be right back, Weehaw.
Hello, I'm talking to John Lyons, and we're at Ocho Cafe. And John Lyons was very, very active in the Democratic Party, and now you switched to the Republicans. What's that all about?
Well, it's at this point, it's history at this point, and I'm not dodging the question. I've just answered it so many times. I think the Republican Party has a lot to celebrate tonight. We picked up a lot of crossover votes. The data we're seeing indicates that a lot of Democrats voted for John Lyons tonight. A lot of Democrats voted for Jason Wang tonight, and a lot of Democrats crossed over. And I think that's the story here.
Well, I think you are correct. In fact, when we were in the studio, that's exactly what we were talking about, that you and Dr. Wong have a lot of crossover, can have a lot of crossover votes, and it's looking very good for you. Anything else you want to share with the public about what your intentions are if you get on the slate?
Well, I hope, the numbers are looking favorable now, Pat, but again, I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't think we get the official results from the Secretary of State until Friday or so. So I'm just going to kind of mind my P's and Q's for now, really think about, the agenda moving forward, think about the town council. I do want to congratulate the Democrats. They held 6 seats. They did a great job holding 6 seats. I want to congratulate Mayor Cantor. It looks like she is going to continue to be our mayor, so I want to make sure that I offer my congratulations to the mayor and the entire team over there, and I'm really excited. Should the numbers hold here, I'm excited to work with them.
Well, I think you've got a good chance. You've got a good chance, both you and Jason Wong, and I'm wishing you the best of luck, but we won't know till the absentee ballots come in and the early voting ballots come in, and that's not going to happen till Friday. So thank you very much, John.
Thanks, Pat. Appreciate it.
I'm Pat Kazikoff, and you've been watching WHCI. Hi, I'm Pat Kazikoff. I'm here with Dr. Jason Wong, and we're here at Ocho Cafe. And Dr. Wong, Jason, if I can call you. Jason
is great.
Jason is great.
Yeah,
so
Dr. Wong's straight.
both are good. So I understand you used to be with the Democratic Party, and now you've switched to the Republicans. Tell me about that.
That keeps getting repeated. I was an independent, and I really, didn't have a lot, of. I was really worried about local issues. I was really worried about things like road safety, cost of living, and those are still my concerns. So, I think I would say I was an independent, and now I'm a Republican.
Well, I'm going to ask you another question. It's a little bit offbeat, and I don't think you anticipated it. I know that you're an addiction doctor, and we just got in West Hartford, we have 3 cannabis dispensaries now. What are your thoughts on that?
I have some significant concerns about that. I think there is a general kind of cultural feeling that cannabis is harmless, and for a lot of people it's really not terribly harmful, but for especially young people it has some serious effects. Not for everybody, but there's definitely some concerns as far as cannabis addiction, cannabis hyperemesis syndrome, as well as some of the neuropsychiatric effects of cannabis. So I'm a little worried about it. I would certainly not be in favor of more of them at this juncture. I think some of the harmful effects on young people have been understated.
Well, it's good to hear that, but it's here to stay. It's law. They're here already, so we have to deal with that. Anything else you'd like to say as a final message to West Hartford residents?
I'm, extremely excited to serve. We had an amazing slate, very diverse, fresh, young, just so many awesome people, and I'm excited to have been elected. I'm sorry that not all of our slate can get in. We would love to strengthen the Republican Party and get more and more seats in future elections. I think all of us have worked together really, really well, and I'm excited about this result. I am looking forward to helping make our town better, and hopefully also push for more market-based, more conservative point of view on certain aspects of things that I think we can do better in our town.
Well, thank you very much, Jason. Thank you. I'm Pat Kazikoff. You're watching WHCI at Ocho Cafe, Republican Party headquarters for the evening. Thank you. I'm here with Ben Lewis. He's a first-time candidate. He is here in West Hartford for 3 years. It's not a long period of time. So, Jason, how did you decide to run?
Well, my name's Ben, but I'll tell you this. I got
Stop. Stop. Hello, I'm here with Ben Lewis. He's a first-time candidate for town council, and he's been in West Hartford for 3 years. So tell me, Ben, why did you decide to run?
Well, I'll tell you, I've always been very involved in politics, whether it be going to fundraisers, rallies, events, and I always wanted to take that first step to winning an elected position, and this seemed like the perfect move, so I decided to pursue it.
Did you ever have any other elected position that spoke to you, and that's also part of the reason you're doing this?
Well, I'll tell you, I would love to go from right now. I'm focused on Hartford.
Any special issues that are dear to you?
Well, I'll tell you, responsibility is certainly big. When we're talking about West Hartford, we're talking about 10% property tax increases in only 3 years. It's just not sustainable. We're forcing residents out. We're limiting people that can come in, and that's a problem.
I hope you win. I hope this is a good. We need new people and young people, and you're clearly new, and you're clearly. So I'm wishing you the best of luck. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much.
I'm here with Kyle Zelazny. In the last election, he ran for Board of Ed, and that didn't quite work out. And this election, he's running for Town Council. So what are you thinking, Kyle?
I'm thinking that it didn't go exactly as I hoped. I don't think the absentee ballots will carry me. but the three candidates who are, it's looking like they're going to win. It's Gail, John, and Jason. I have full faith that they're going to do a good job bringing back common sense to a town that's had 25 years of one-party rule. We needed a bit of a course correction. I think these three counselors are going to be the people for the job, so I'm excited to see what they do.
Now, what about the future for Kyle Zelazny? What does that look like?
Well, it's I'm not totally sure. You know, in a town like West Hartford, I stuck to my conservative values. I stuck to my support of President Trump, and you know, I would rather lose going down sticking to my values than get elected as someone I'm pretending that I'm not. So, you know, I'm not really sure, but I really do have full faith in Gail, John, Jason to really do what's right and to be good Republicans for the town.
Well, I'm hoping that we're going to see you again. I'm hoping that you have a future with the Republican Party and in West Hartford. So thank you very much, Kyle.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you.
Hello, I'm here with Sean Daly. He's the chairman of the Republican Party for how many years now, Sean?
Too long to count. I think it's been 6 years or so, so yeah.
And do they have terms for that, or do you serve at your discretion?
It's every 2 years. Every 2 years, yeah.
So you are voted in also?
Yes, I am. Yep.
So what are you thinking about this election?
Love it. I think a couple of things. I had said that there were going to be, you know, we were going to win no matter what because of three things. One, we were going to have a group of, first of all, this is a great group of individuals. We haven't run a full slate for town council in ages, and we had not only a full slate, but a full slate of candidates that got along, thought very similarly, and when they didn't think very similarly, debated well with each other. You can't ask for more. So we knew that no matter what, if we ended up with our 3 seats, they were going to be 3 individuals that are highly diverse, highly intelligent, and are going to help West Hartford. And we're just excited as all can be.
You know, Sean, I'm listening to you, and I'm feeling the love. I'm really feeling the love.
This was really a fun campaign. It really was. To have a group of folks where we could all sit down, talk, debate, think about how we wanted the campaign to go, think about the messages that we wanted to send West Hartford. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun.
Well, you know what? This is the 3rd time I've been with you for municipal elections, and you say you've been doing it for 6 years. Well, I hope you get another 6 years.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Pat. You're wonderful. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. We've been talking to Sean Daly at Ocho Rio Cafe. Oh, Ocho Cafe.
Ocho.
Ocho Cafe.
There you go.
Thank you.
No worries. Thank you.
Is pretty clear, so we're going to get the show on the road. So before all of our candidates say a brief word of thanks, I just want to say a couple words of thanks. Myself, I want to thank our volunteers, our DTC volunteers, our non-DTC volunteers, our chairs. I want to thank Megan and Mario for the work they did this election cycle. The candidates who put in a ton of hard work to make this result possible. You know, being a candidate nowadays is not easy, so can we give a hand to our candidates here tonight for putting in the hard work? The other thing I just want to say is this election was about a lot of issues. You know, affordability, affordable housing, you know, pedestrian safety, the quality of our schools, all of that is true. But for me, this election was also about who we are as a town and what we value. And so clearly tonight, the voters of West Hartford have chosen Democrats to lead our town and not the Republicans. And I want to be just very clear. The Republicans this cycle strategically and deliberately fully embraced Donald Trump, Trumpism, and his brand of politics from start to finish. That is how they ran this race. And clearly, again, the voters of West Hartford have overwhelmingly rejected that brand of politics. And they said, this town is better than that. And so, again, I say thank you to the voters of West Hartford. Thank you to everyone who worked at the polling locations tonight. And we're going to kick things off with our Board of Ed candidates. And I see them. Have them come up and say a few words of thanks.
Hi, everyone. I am so excited to be here tonight. I don't want to blind you. You want to move over? Are you good?
We're a little blinded.
Oh, there we go. I want to thank everybody for your support, through this whole process, meeting with folks in the DTC to find out more about running for Board of Ed, to obviously the nomination process. I just really appreciate all of you and your support. I want to thank my girls, Amira, Josie, and Lola, who have door knocked and learned social media. And exactly, Peter perfectly gave us District 6-7 when we were door knocking this past Sunday, and have distributed signs. I mean, they're just little campaign workers at this point. And thank you to my husband who has helped make all of this happen. I love you. And I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to make sure folks have someone to stand up for them when they can't stand up for themselves, and make sure our town remains the welcoming, wonderful place that it is. So thank you. And I'm so excited to do it with you guys. Yes.
Well, I want to start by thanking all of you in this room for all of your support during the campaign. I especially really need to thank my wife, Alyssa, and my son, Matt. Alyssa is very invested in the public schools as well, as a school psychologist in Manchester, and Matt here is a 7th grader at Bristow. So I'm living our public schools through them, and they are who inspired me to seek a seat on the Board of Education. I know it's always risky to start thanking people by name, but I do want to thank a few who really have inspired me to run. First off, I want to thank all of our campaign volunteers, especially Jesse Gagnon as treasurer, and the ever-tireless John Bailey, and all of those who walked each week. I also thank, of course, Peter, Megan, and Mario, and really our state legislators who go above and beyond for us in Hartford, and also above and beyond for us on the trail. And so that especially thank you to State Senator Derek Slapp. And of course, our West Hartford representatives, my representative, Kate Farrar, who I know is here tonight, who I was out at Charter Oak with, and Tammy Exum, and of course, Jillian Gilchrist. And finally, I just want to thank all of those who did encourage me to take this step, especially Deb and I in Poland, Tiffany McGinnis, the incomparable Rosemary Tate, James Healy, Leon Davidoff, Marcia Adele. I really can't thank you enough for teaching me about how to do politics the right way in West Hartford, and for welcoming me to the Democratic Town Committee. I'm very much looking forward to getting to work, especially with my two slate mates, Jennifer and Jason. Thank you all.
I realize it's getting late. Everybody wants to get home. We've got a lot of candidates to get through, and thank God Jonathan wrote all that down, so I didn't have to remember how to thank everybody. Yeah, special thanks to my family who are just about now getting out of swim practice for letting me do this yet again. I do want to thank some folks who haven't been thanked yet. The current Board of Ed with whom I've had the great pleasure of serving. We're very shortly losing Claire and Lorna, who have served this town so well. Really, a special thanks to them for teaching me what it means to really serve on the board, to Shannon and LaToya, who have been very supportive as teammates at the board table and throughout this campaign. And again, I echo to all of you. You are why West Hartford remains what it is today. As Peter said, the statement we made today is one of what our values are, and it just quite honestly, it feels good to be able to finally fight back. If you think about where we were a year ago, this night feels really good. And keeping West Hartford the way it is, the welcoming community. I mean, our tagline in the West Hartford Public Schools is every child, every day. We mean that, we live that. I know that John and Jennifer are going to carry that forward with us. So let's get to work. Yeah. We did this height-wise.
Perfect.
Nice shot.
Thank you. The chairs.
And now our incredible mayor, Mayor Sherry Cantor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. What? Oh, I know. Thank you so much. What Jason said is so true. Without you, without the shoulders on which we stand, without Maureen Magnan, without Rosemary Tate, without the tremendous leadership Kevin Sullivan, without all the pillars I shouldn't use that word, without all the supports that we have had and the examples and the people that have really built the Democratic Party. And I will say 25 years ago, this was a Republican town. This was Republican leadership. And there's still some things we're paying for today because of some of the decisions that were made. So we really, really, really do need to make sure that we keep chugging forward, keep progressing, and keep making our town the great town it is. We are ranked number 19 in the country. Number 19 in the country. And number 1 in the state of Connecticut by U.S. News and World Report, and none of it's by accident. It is tremendous work of people like Carol Blanks, who is leaving the council. And Carol, I treasure you, and thank you so much for your incredible service on the Board of Education. On the Board of Education and on the Town Council, and we're so grateful for all that you have done. And we have worked with some really wonderful people. It's some of the people on the list are going to be a little challenging for us. And I, you don't need to write that, Ronnie. Oh, I'm on. Oh God. Oh my God. No. And I want to just emphasize that our staff is incredibly highly professional staff. They are extremely strategic and thoughtful. And one of the reasons why I think we all have been successful is we have supported the incredibly professional staff that we have. And I think that really is an important thing and message to send. I want to thank my campaign manager, Marissa. Thank you so much, Marissa Beatty. All of my sons, 2 of which are here tonight, my son Joshua, my son Benjamin Cantor. Thank you. Ben is part of the town committee also, so thank you guys. Thank you to my treasurer, Max Beatty. I'm not sure if Max is here, but Marissa's kind of been doing it all. And my assistant treasurer, Ben Cantor. And of course, my husband, Michael, who has been by my side all the way through. I really am profoundly grateful for the opportunity to serve this community. It is a special community. A lot of people did come out to vote. I do wish we had more than 35% turnout. I wish it was 80 or 90%. And I still think the reflection would be the same, that they would choose our leadership, our thoughtful, strategic, responsible, and really caring leadership. I just have to tell this story. I'm sorry, Josh, but my Josh's wife, Teresa, her mother is and I was telling Chris this, her mother runs a food cupboard in Rochester, New York. They have been all over the news about the lines of people out the door because they do not have food. And she goes, there is nothing average about this day. And that's what I want to share with all of you. There is not anything average about what's going on right now in our country and what's happening to our communities and all that is going to be impacted on our communities. I also want to just say one more thing. I was talking to one of my sons in Chicago who are seeing incredible immigration pressures all over the community. It's not just in a certain pocket. It's everywhere. And if that doesn't motivate people to get out and vote how their neighbors are being treated and how their workers are being treated, then I don't know. So I just want to make sure that we understand and we're absolutely prioritizing taking care of our neighbors. What my son Sam said is what that has done, what watching that experience is, it raises people's humanity. We need to treat each other with even more respect, more responsibility, and more understanding. And that's what I know that we will continue to do with people like you that support us and the leaders on my team that have been all elected. Thank you to the congratulations to the J team, Jason and Jennifer and Jonathan, I think three, and thank you Claire and Lorna for your service, incredible service to the community, the current Lorna and Latoya and Shannon, thank you for your service. And again, Carol, all my heart with you. I just am so grateful. And now I will turn it over to Ben. Is Ben around? Okay.
All right, thank you, everybody. I could thank, everybody in the room. I do want to just start off with my campaign manager, Chris Tansky. He didn't know he was going to be a campaign manager. Maureen, who's, one of the smartest people I know, suggested him. And I talked to him for a minute and said, yeah, you're my campaign manager. And that means I get to call you and bug you a lot more than other volunteers. And he agreed and did a fantastic job. And I really appreciate all the work he did. And of course, Shannon and Sasha is here today. She's very grateful for their support, but Sasha flew in from Denver last night, so she's a little bit jet lagged, but still got out there at 7 a.m. So not quite 6, but 7, which is okay. So what we are seeing tonight is the results of a values election, right? West Hartford voters have seen the values of our party and our candidates, and they've seen the values of the other side. And we see the results. It is overwhelming. This is a Democratic town, and this is a town that embraces values that, there have been efforts to make unpopular, and it's not working here. We value diversity, we value equity, we value inclusion. And while we do all that, we're also succeeding. And West Hartford, to the mayor's point, 19th in the country, but we know we don't need a number to tell us that. We know how well we're doing, and the rest of the state knows how well we're doing. Other places, just one example, we took ARPA money, the federal money, and we used it to build affordable housing downtown. No one else is doing that. No one else in Connecticut put the money in that sort of endeavor, because that stands for the values that we have. So I'm proud of this town. I'm proud of all the work we've done on council. And I just want to thank everybody here and the voters for letting us return to office so that we can continue with the great work for West Hartford.
Thank you. Hey, everybody. Thanks again. I won't repeat all the thank yous, but just know I endorse all the thank yous that have already been said. The people in this room, the people who sit around the council table now and have for the past couple of decades and at the Board of Ed table as well, made our campaign a real easy sell right? West Hartford's a great place to live. We want it to continue to grow and thrive the way it has for the last decade. That means we need to have smart, experienced leaders at the table, and you already have that. Bring us back. And so thank you to the voters for doing that, but thank you to all of you who are making our town a wonderful place to be. I also want to add in a thank you to my husband who, sorry everybody, but did your husband agree to do a series of hokey campaign videos? So thank you, Ian, and our kids actually jumped in on the last one as well. So thank you to them. And I am going to turn it over to Tiffany. Thanks so much, everybody.
Hi, everybody. I'll try to be very quick. I need to say thank you to Peter and Megan and Mario. I need to say thank you to Kevin, even though I annoy the hell out of him sometime because I want to do things my way and he wants me to do things his way. But also Leon, who shoots it pretty straight with me and will call me and tell me that something I did wasn't great. My slate mates, the past 2 years have been interesting, and I'm definitely a different person than I was standing, not here, but somewhere else 2 years ago. I want to thank my husband, who couldn't be here tonight. Apparently his company does not think that my election is more important than their conference that he has to speak at. He was my treasurer. I want to thank my son Flynn. He was my assistant treasurer. And the one thing that I've been thinking of is this time last year I was in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I really thought things were going to be different. I really did. And this year has been really hard on all of us. Watching our democracy torn up and watching the things that a lot of us have fought for. And also watching just all the horror. Just all the horror. And I'm so proud to be working with people who get it. And even if we have, disagreements on different things, I know at the end of the day that every one of us stands there and thinks that it's horrible that children are being dragged off, that parents are being dragged off with their kids left in a car, that the horror that is going on in this country, I know that all of us see that and feel that and wish that we could fix it, with the blink of an eye. The only thing I can promise y'all is that I will fight, and I will fight till I don't have any more fight in me to, as much as I can, to protect this town and to do what's best for everyone. For the people that aren't seen, that aren't heard, I see you and I hear you. Thanks.
Thank you, Tiffany. Real quick, thank all of you. Thank my other half, David, who is at home working his little fingers off, and my son, Devin. And then also my crew, Alicia, who is probably built a bonfire to warm up. She's not in this room, obviously, because it's pretty warm in here. And my treasurer, Matt Masunas. I have Deputy Treasurer Mario out there in the other room, I think, and a couple different advisors, Johanna and actually Johanna. She's good at telling me when I'm not doing the right thing. So, and then, really, I'm not going to go in and repeat everything that was said, but I do want to call somebody else up here real quick, and that's Carol. Come up, Carol. So I, as the newbie and the low vote getter last time, sat at the end of the table, and I had the pleasure of sitting next to Carol, who was my whisper mate and our roll our eyes mate and all that good stuff. And I just wanted to thank you for your wisdom and your partnership and everything that you have done and everything that you will do, even if it's recreational on your own time, wandering about. We love you, and we're going to miss you. Do you want to say anything? I'm breaking.
Are you
What's
done?
that?
She's gonna say I'm going to say something.
Okay.
Are you done?
I'm done. You know what? I get that question a lot. Are you done?
Thank you, Barry, for those kind words. And thank you to everybody else. Certainly the DTC, what a machine. However, it really is not my moment. It's Lisa Lazarus' moment. So let's give Lisa a big round of applause. So before I give Lisa the mic, I am so proud of Lisa, and I'm so proud of the campaign that she won, that she ran with her team, and I really need to acknowledge her two sisters, Annie and Dawn. Where are they? Okay, there's Annie in the background. Okay, and just a quick quote where Lisa would, when she is talking to everyone, she says, "I'm not a politician." Right? She's not a politician now. However, she is a voice for the people. And isn't that needed now? I mean, we so desperately need our leaders to be a voice for the people and to represent not some of us, but every single one of us, right down to our young people who are our future. And that's what it's all about. And I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to turn it over to Lisa. So let's give her a big round of applause.
Thank you. After all those great speeches, I'm like, what can I say right now? But other than I echo your sentiments, and I greatly appreciate the support and care that everyone has shown me. Congratulations on your reelection, all of the council members, and congratulations to Jennifer, Jonathan, and Jason. Congratulations to you. Yes, light applause. I'm not a politician. I don't like to talk a lot. I like to work. So I'm really just gonna say thank you to John Blair for allowing me. I shouldn't say allowing. I'm my own woman, right? I probably would have done it without your permission. But you know, it's nice to know that I've had your support throughout this entire thing. And like Carol said, my sisters have been there supporting me. Annie, Dawn, my sister Tyson, knocking those doors, and our wonderful volunteers. So much passion in their door knocking and lit dropping. I appreciate you so much. And of course the DTC for embracing me and really embodying everything that this town is supposed to stand for: kindness, inclusion, and caring. And I'm looking forward to supporting the work of the town staff and my colleagues in continuing moving the town forward. This morning I received a prayer from my niece. If anyone knows me really well, they know my favorite title is auntie. I love being an aunt, and I don't have any children of my own, so I kind of feel like every child in town is now my own. And so as an auntie, I'm going to share part of the prayer with you, and it says, may you find balance in the things that motivate you and things that restore you, and may love guide you in your actions and decisions as it has so far, which has been my primary motivation. Just move with love, thinking about community, because unity is the answer to tyranny. Thank you.
And I think that's the night. So again, thank you everyone for coming, and we'll be back at this again for the midterms.
There you have it. There you have it, Weha. The results are in. Your voices have been heard. A Democratic sweep all the way across the way here. Town Council, Board of Ed. The Democrats have done it. And it's thanks to you. Your voices have been heard. Thank you for raising your voices. Thank you for voting. Local elections, perhaps the most important elections you could be a part of. And thank you for doing that. Great voter turnout today here at November 4th. We really appreciate you. Our candidates, no longer candidates, now officials, they thank you as well. We thank you here at WHCI for your viewership. I thank you personally. My name is Chris Prentice once again. Thank you guys. Thank you, and thank you again. Hit the subscribe button. We've got more great things coming your way all year long. For the rest of this year, we got some awesome stuff coming up. You know, we're doing Hall and Conard football still going on. I believe Hall's soccer team, they've made it to the playoffs. They're in the postseason. So if you hit that subscribe button there on WHCI's YouTube page, you'll be privy to all that good stuff. Not only that, we've got plays, we've got musicals, we've got concerts, everything coming from Hall and Conard coming straight to you, and we're bringing it to you. We're happy to do it. We're happy to see you. Thank you so much, Weha. You stay beautiful, and we'll see you at the next one. Peace out.
I'm speaking to Dennis Swanton. He's the vice chair of the Republican Party for Town Council, the Republican for the Town Committee, and he's also your state representative
for the state central.
For the state central. So tell me, you're the one who's been looking at all the figures. You're gathering them. What are you seeing?
Well, I'm seeing that we're going to have a turnover for the Republican representation on town council. It's great. We're going to have some new voices. Really excited about, and we've done a great job going out and recruiting new members, and really excited about what's coming up.
So the absentee ballots haven't come in, and neither has early voting. Can you do predictions even without that large group of people coming in?
So we just found out. We just did the numbers for the early voting and absentee. We were just doing it, and we definitely have the numbers. They're all done right now. So I could say confidently that John Lyons is atop of the ticket, followed by Jason Wang, and then Gail Harris.
So that is for certain now, and also you have your board of ed.
Right, Miriam Blythe, she's going to be our board of ed, along with Ethan Goldman. So, yeah.
Anything else you want to share with the public?
I want to thank the whole town for coming out today. It's a great opportunity for us to go out and elect our representatives, and we're very lucky to live in such a great country.
Wow, that's inspirational, and it feels good, and we're all happy in West Hartford. West Hartford is the 19th, by U.S. World Report, it's the 19th best place to live, and certainly with people like you, with the Republican Party, with the Democratic Party, it really says a lot that you're so concerned and that you're all community people, all working for the betterment of West Hartford. So thank you very much, Dennis.